vou perguntar para ele sobre qual que é o método atual de fazer desenvolvimento híbrido. I would like to ask about the hybrid development, about the native apps. SAP Wi-Fi native apps based in Wi-Fi development. Since the beginning, we heard about the HAT, Cordova, mobile development kit, a lot of tools. So, which is the actual method to build hybrid SAP Wi-Fi apps?
If you would have not said SAP UI5 apps, then I would have said the right way forward at the moment is the mobile development kit. So I think so. The trend at what I can see, and I'm not 100% deep in that, what the strategy overall is now, is that it looks like that mobile native applications are mainly developed using the mobile development kit. And so if you run apps then really on mobile devices to get the best experience, they are native. From our past perspective, UI5 has been built as a responsive application, means that we can run on mobiles, tablets, and desktop devices. It's also our slogan, build once, run everywhere. And I think it's still the case. And I personally also had several research projects with students already going on PWAs, progressive web apps. This looked really promising. But I think one downside of progressive web apps these days is really that the Safari or iOS devices are not really following that, unfortunately. I don't know why. Maybe it has to do with the App Store or so, and they want to get some money, get more money from people buying native apps. Yeah, but having these progressive web apps would be really a nice way of making SAP UI5 apps offline available, especially from, let's say, the pure client-side logic. We have nothing with respect to making, let's say, an OData, some kind of offline capable that you can, let's say, develop and not develop, work with the UI5 app, and things are somehow stored in a persistency while you are offline and then soon back when you connect. So these are the things what we are not of. So, but this progressive web apps, I would say, has a lot of potential, but it's also related to the evolution of iOS and what happens there.
I just also wanted to mention, first of all, with the net, I think at SAP it's really like that they distinguish, is it a pure mobile scenario, then they say go for native because they do get like the best support for everything. But for sure there are hybrid scenarios where people once want to work on desktop and specific stuff also done on mobile, and there I still believe that UI5 is a good solution for it, and we have also lots of customers who really believe in web application that can be also used on mobile. And there I wouldn't say there is a special method that you need to do with UI5, but you just need to consider when you are developing, checking like, can I still read it on the mobile, and is it behaving good, and so on. That's rather like a mindset that you need to have, that if you're thinking of this should be also working for people when working on mobile, you also have make the concept for your application like this, and especially maybe also thinking of like caching mechanism, like going like in PVA and so on. Like, is it good to have like some caching mechanism that if there's a low latency with the network and so on, that it still works and so on. And these are things that you have to think of, and in some parts we can support, but it's at the end also a bit with the developer how he's doing. And for mobile, as Peter said, there is the mobile development kit, but this is not a UI5 application, that is then really native. Yeah.
Ok. Bom, pessoal, então vocês viram que eles me deram aí uns esclarecimentos, né, até em relação ao meu entendimento, que o desenvolvimento híbrido, né, meu entendimento já era o desenvolvimento dispositivo móvel, né, mas desenvolvimento híbrido, ele funcionaria em dispositivos móveis, mas também funcionaria em browsers, em desktop. Então, o correto aí seria o desenvolvimento de aplicativos nativos, se você quiser ter as funcionalidades nativas do celular, né? GPS, giroscópio, câmera, essas coisas aradas tudo aí. Então, tem o Mobile Development Kit, mas não é necessariamente um aplicativo SAP Wi-Fi. Então, o Mobile Development Kit da SAP, mas ele vai gerar, no final das contas, um aplicativo nativo, não necessariamente um aplicativo SAP Wi-Fi. E é bom, né? Tem muitos requisitos aí de clientes pedindo que o aplicativo funcione offline, né? Eu já recebi esse requisito. Tem cliente que eu já vi pedir GPS também, né? Então, dependendo aí do requisito, dependendo do projeto, pode ser que você seja solicitado a fazer um aplicativo com esses requisitos e ele vai ser um aplicativo nativo e não necessariamente aplicativo híbrido, né? Porque o híbrido vai rodar também nos browsers depois.